In the Pacific, another conflict is building up. A Russian airplane violated Japan's airspace. It was the first since 2019. Tokyo issued multiple warnings. The Russian plane paid no heed. So Japan did the unprecedented. It fired warning flares at the military plane from Russia. This is the first time Japan's Air Force has fired flares since 1958. The first since 1958. So this was an extreme step for them. But it also shows you that Tokyo has had enough. In the last 1 year, Japan has scrambled jets 669 times. In the last 1 month, there have been repeated drills and incursions by Chinese and Russian militaries, all of which has left Japan alarmed. So why are Moscow and Beijing testing Tokyo's limits?
Alright, Shalom, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakah, Kodash, double honors to apostles of GMS, and a sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And here you have it as a new contender. Japan is about to probably be joining the fray of all this. And of course, it's off of another territory that actually belongs to Japan, believe it or not, originally. But this is going to be one big territory war. But I'm sorry, one big war in general. And we all know, at least everybody's starting to catch on, that World War III is going to include everybody at its best, whether it be an all-out brawl, or the U.S. going to have allies against allies, or so on and so forth. But that's what we look forward to, right? So who else is going to join in? Basically, eventually everybody. So there's that. But this is the Spirit of the Lord stirring up all these other nations. Because World War III is going to affect everything. The things that's going on now is already affecting a lot of things, but now you having all this stuff happen, and that scripture is about it, that goes into this, right? Mind you, this is going to be a quick video, but this is the show, the proof of this, that the Lord stirs up everything. This is Joel 3:2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, Israel. Now, as I got into before, that plea doesn't mean, and especially in this scenario, it doesn't mean anything about begging. It could be pleading with destruction, right? Because that's the main thing. You have all these world leaders, and you see none of us is in power. That goes to show you that when the Lord comes back and set us up in power, there won't be no Russia, America, China, Japan, or any of these guys as world leaders. There will be only Israel and the Lord's hopeful elect. So we already know the upper hand. We already see what's going to happen. That's the beauty of all this. It says, I'm going to keep going. It says, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So we're pretty much everywhere, as we all know. Germany, Russia, and all these other places. We're everywhere. But this is why the Lord sets us up in all these other areas to show what's going on in all these other countries. To show us Slack here. Give me a second. There we go. To show all the things that's happening here, basically all across the globe. We're basically the news reporters that basically wake up the Lord's hopeful elect. And as we say time and time again, World War III is inevitable. It's going to happen whether these people like it or not. See, in these other countries, they ready to go to war. Even with their own civilians, they like, screw it, we don't care, we'll go in. I should probably go ahead and find a video on that again, because it was a video last year I saw that was showing that where the people said we're ready to fight and die for our country. Of course, you got the same thing here going on too, but you see a lot of people starting to back out of it. Like, some of them don't really want to go for it. They just want to sit in the back lines and be like, hey, let y'all do what y'all do. But that's how much these people over here are banking on this place winning, But they don't understand that not only is this place going to lose, but all the places is going to lose. It's America's one big tree, as I mentioned, and the trees have branches. You burn those, you burn that tree and the branches, you burn wherever it goes. And these branches from America pretty much all across this world because everybody's been partaking in this whore. So what do? You burn this whore like you burn the rest of the whores because they no good. It's what they call a what's it called? A domino effect. So when one thing falls, all the rest of them fall. That is what you call the Lord rebooting this world, cleansing everything of its corruption, where everything pretty much comes to an end, and then Lord, and then we're set up in power, right? So let me get this real quick. This is Psalms 37 and 28. It says, "For the Lord loveth judgment." That's right, because judgment is been going on for the longest time. People think, why don't we just love and why don't we just love everybody when that's never been a thing? See, in order to establish peace, you must go through a war. See, Esau has established his form of peace, but then he knows that he's got to create more wars to make these monies. But he doesn't understand that all these things are short-lived. But that's how it is for every kingdom. Every kingdom's been short-lived for a certain amount of time, for whatever time the Lord has it appointed. But whoever the Lord points up creates their own form of peace. Just like we're going to have our actual peace when we actually get back into rulership, right? Speaking of which, it says, "And forsaketh not his saints," which means he's never forgot. We may be at the bottom of the totem pole, and we might start slowly rising up, which some of us are in this society. But the real rising is when we get back into rulership, right? So he's never forsaken us. That's why all these things have to happen. Some of us will die in this truth, but some of us will live. Either way, we still come out with the same reward. That is us not being forsaken. And not even just the hopeful elect, but all of Israel. So we'll actually run this world the way it's meant to be run. Right? And everybody will know, or actually everybody knows who we are, except for our own people. But that remembrance will be a beautiful thing, especially when we're set up again. And that's why I say, Lord willing, that me and various other brothers are of the hopeful elect. It says, they are preserved forever. Backs up what I said. It says, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. And even at that last part where it says, and his tongue talketh of judgment, that's why we're the Lord's mouthpiece. We speak the judgment. Because all these things happen. That's why when we go into prophecy, we also go into the things of old that equates to today and in the future. Same thing. So we're ready for World War III to happen. We're ready for all this stuff to pretty much come to a close at the end, because why? The Lord prophesied it. We're just living the role of the movie until he says cut. When that movie is finished. So we just playing the part, just like Esau's playing the part, all these other people playing the part. But that main part is with the cleansing of the earth. It will be set back right. So judgment will always be a thing. There's nothing Esau could do to avoid it, or any of these other nations. Not even our own people that tries to fight against it. Nothing can stop the power of the Heavenly Father. But this is what we keep an eye out. As I mentioned, we're the news reporters out here. The real news reporters. But that's pretty much all I wanted to go into. Nothing major. So, but when this is a little edifying with that shalom.